Can't even show affection because of all the SA that came with being a SMEX worker. Yes, and then the rest of your comment went on to say, yes, I have lots of trauma from it. It's way too glorified these days because of the internet and OF and everything, and I totally agree with you. This is why I speak out about it, because I remember seeing it being glorified and seeing, wow, that easy money, and it was appealing to me. And at that time I was struggling. I found myself a single mother with absolutely no help at all, not a sitter, nothing. So it was a way for me to work a few hours a week and be able to pay all the bills and be able to put money away. Otherwise, if I would have worked a normal job, I would have been working full-time, busting my ass just to barely pay for childcare and not even be able to pay our other bills, just to struggle and have no time with my kid. So at the time, it's what would made sense, and it was an easy fix. But damn, I didn't realize the trauma it would cause me. I am almost 4 years since my fiance died, and I have even thought about touching somebody else because of all the trauma. Not just from sex work, but men in general. When I got into that world, I learned pretty quickly. I was even dealing with upscale professional men, and you would think that that would make it easier, but to a lot of men, money is power, and they think the more money they have, that they can just put a price on anything, meaning that they think that they just own you and they can get what they want. So dealing with those rich men weren't much better than dealing with your regular Joe Schmo. Men who think they have power don't like to take no for an answer, let's just say that. So I got my ass beat a couple times, a busted lip, and even got pistol whipped. Not to mention all the acts I was forced into that I really didn't want to do. All I'm trying to tell people is that life isn't all easy money. There is so much more than that. It takes a toll on you. At least it takes a toll on most people to open themselves up intimately with strangers, especially over and over again. Not only that, people don't realize that after a while, having to force intimacy with strangers takes away from any real intimate relationship you have in your life. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain, but to me, it's hard to be intimate with your partner that you love when you got to be intimate for a living. Like, yes, I was able to do it, but after a while, it is tiring mentally. Sex work has ruined sex and men for me. Really, it has. Even before I ever started sex work, I wasn't the type of person to just sleep around. I was sexually abused as a child from 4 to 9 years old in the worst possible ways imaginable. Again, as I got older. So to me, it was hard to be intimate with anybody, even a boyfriend. So to have to force myself to be intimate with complete strangers and do it over and over again took a toll on me. Even to this day, almost 4 years later, it has a toll on me. At the time, I thought doing it for my son was enough, and it was enough. I have no regrets. I'll never regret sacrificing myself for my child, but it doesn't take away from the trauma that I have today. It makes me so sad to see sex work glorified the way it is, because nobody likes to talk about the trauma it can cause. And I literally have sex workers getting mad at me for speaking out about my trauma, which is sad.